for our next pen video. Come on in. Let's go. Greetings, everybody, and welcome to Larry's Fountain Pen. I'm Larry, and today I want to talk to all of y'all about the Lamy Joy. So, without further ado, let's get to the pen. What do you say? Okay, here's the Lamy Joy. It comes in a red cardboard box and a plastic sleeve that just slips off. And here you have the Lamy pen. It's a black glossy resin material with a steel clip with a red glossy finish on the clip. That looks really sharp, the black and red, I think. And on the top of the cap is just a red top. That's plastic as well, and it has two clear windows on both sides of the pen, which is right here and right here. And that's where you can see your ink level, so that comes in pretty handy. The barrel is long with two plastic sides, and it has the Lamy name right here on the side of the pen. It has a red band that wraps around the end of the pen right here. Just wraps around here. And I think the black and the red color go really great together. Just makes a good looking pen. The cap on the pen is a compression fit, just snaps on and off. And the grip on the pen has two channels so you can hold onto the pen easy. And here's the channels right here, one on this side and one on this side. And like I said, you can hang on to the pen easy. And that's what I like about the Lamy pens. They have those channels on both sides that make it really easy for one to hold on to a pen, and they're quite comfortable in my opinion. And it has a steel nib. And this is a 1.5 nib. There's the feed, and here's the steel nib. And you can get different size nibs. They come in a 1.9 and also 1.1. I don't know if you can see, but it tells you right here what it is. If you can see that. Camera might not be picking it up that well. The pen is a cartridge converter, comes with a Lamy ink cartridge, and I'll go ahead and take that off, and there's the cartridge. And you can buy a ink converter called a Z24 ink converter, and that, of course, you have to pay separate for it. To use the pen, you would remove the small cardboard circle that's around here on the grip right here. Just take that off. Comes right off, no problems. And then you just get your ink cartridge, pop it in, pop. And once that ink gets to the nib and feed, you can just write away, but I am not going to do that with this pen yet. So I'll just put this back on for now. Once that cartridge is in place, that will get the ink flowing, and off you go to writing intensively as long as you want, or as long as the ink is in the cartridge. And when it runs out, you know that you have mastered it because you've ran out of ink. And hopefully that would be one great, awesome experience. The Lamy has a great design. It's long, makes some great pens. I have, I don't know, 1, 2, 5 Lamy pens right now, and I've got another on the way. So, with this ink cartridge, if you want to use a different color, you know what you can always do. Once that ink is empty, or if you don't want to use that ink in the cartridge, you can remove it with a syringe, and then you can ink up a syringe with your favorite ink, and you can load up the cartridge and slide it back on in the pen, and boom, you got whatever color and choice of ink you like to use. So that's what's good about the cartridges. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to dip the nib and feed into some ink and do a little writing for you. And the ink I'm using is Parker Emerald. They don't make this ink anymore. It's been discontinued for some time. Now you can find this ink on eBay, and it can be quite expensive. The highest I've seen it was $100, and I think the lowest was like 40 or 50, but there's all kinds of prices. So without further ado, what do you say we get to writing? Okay. Alrighty, here we go. We'll start off with the old usual, the fox. Comes out real nice, that 1.5 calligraphy pen. And you know, I think it is also really great for writing. It just makes your writing, it enhances your writing, I think. And I'm using Clairefontaine paper, 90 grams. And I really like the way this pen writes. I like the way the Lamy Joy feels in my hand. I like that grip, the way it feels. And I like the nib, how smooth this pen writes. And of course I have to dip it in ink because I'm not filling the pen up, so that's me. And here's no pressure, and here's some pressure, and that's what you're going to get out of it, like that. On the cross, they're narrow. On the down, they're wider. I love this pen. Nice and wet. And also what I like about these Lamy pens, these nibs are interchangeable. The Safari, or the All-Star, you can change them all out. So you can have a good time just making up your own writing combinations with the letters and using different nib sizes. And then you may want to use a 1.9 if you have it, or a 1.1, or a medium nib, or a fine nib, or extra fine nib, and just go to town with it. And it's endless. Just so much fun. Look at that. I love it. I love this color of ink. Well, that's going to do me for today on the Lamy Joy. I hope you like the review, and you can't go wrong with a Lamy pen. Thank you for watching, and leave your comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet. Have a great day, be safe, and don't text and drive. Talk to you later.